Hello, I am Simulator Deck, and let's get back into Farm Simulator. Farming Friday, we're back. It's early autumn. Hopefully I've fixed my little computer problem that I had before, just trying something a little bit different. But we need to go down and we need to help our workers that are waiting desperately, and this is why I'm just going to cut across the field here. Just going to unload the grain. This helper's been waiting a while, so we'll get them unloaded. They don't have that much to do now. So we're still harvesting our corn from the previous episode. Alright, so we'll get out of the way of that one. Let's have a look at our map. See, we have the problem here. Well, there's a little bit more in the middle that's ready to harvest on field 22. There's a huge section in the middle that's still growing though. So we need to... We'll get out of here. We'll get into you. Oh, hang on. While we're here, we'll unload. We'll unload while we're here, because you're not quite full. Whoops. Not quite close enough. There we go. So you can get emptied. And then you can get out of the way of the next one that's right next to us. Alright, good timing. Alright, so we'll get out of that one. Go into this one. That's just sitting here. And we can get to work a little bit further up. If we can figure out where this line is, where it's grown and where it hasn't grown. We'll try here. Obviously not. So we'll work on this section. Oh, we're going to come close to a collision here. They've realised that they're blocking each other. Sometimes the only thing to do in that situation is to back off, let one of them go through, figure out where they're going. So if we get out, alright, so you're growing there, but you're ready to harvest there. So we'll try and cut down the area that each one has to do. And at least they're both still working. Now I did plant in this field a little bit later. In hindsight, what I should have done is done this one first because it's a bigger. Hoi-ya! What I might do is I'll empty you. Because there's not much in your tank. So in hindsight, if I was to do this first, I would do this one. I would do this, plant this field first. Okay, so that little bit's done. So while we've got control of this one, we'll go up to this little patch. Hopefully we can get working on this little patch. Alright, you, I think, yeah, you're still waiting for stuff to grow. What's going on here? You're still growing there. So we'll see if we can do we'll see if we can do this little section. Not the way that I wanted this paddock to work out. let's have a look at the map. So we've still got this little strip here down the center of 22, and then we've got 28 and 29. So what we're going to do now, this is one of the benefits of playing here on this farm simulator, we can speed up time. We can speed up time. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I've probably got to be out of the... Yeah. Alright, so what I want to do now, I want to speed up time. So we will do that. So we're going to speed up time a little bit, and what this will do, this will help the other fields grow. So you're there. So what we'll do, we'll position. Actually, while we've got time fast forwarded, we'll go and empty you. Actually, will it accept it at the diner? Let's have a look. Yes, we can unload it at the diner. So here we go. So we'll stage you at the diner. Now. So we're waiting for all this to grow. So what we're going to do is we're going to empty this. We'll have to go back a bit. Right, we'll leave you here. We'll leave you here. We'll leave you there. We'll leave you there. We'll leave you there. Now you're full, so we can take you. We can take you to the diner. And because it's getting dark real quick, we can turn our headlights on. We'll go in cab and we'll empty you at the diner, because before the diner is actually buying the corn. Whereas where we were dumping it before, we were storing it. All right. So we just got $12,000 income for that. All right. So we'll stage you there. Now, what are you got on the back? You're almost full as well. So we'll go first person with you. Actually, we might be able to empty this one. That's good timing. Alright, so now the sun's coming up. That's awesome. Don't hit me, concrete truck. So there's the diner. So we'll go around the back of the diner. So that was $10,000 of income. So what we'll do, we'll park just over here for the moment. Now it's almost the end of the day already because we are going at 300 times speed at the moment. No, we've still got that little section to go in field 22, fields 28, 29 in their entirety, and also field 25 is still growing, and this could take a few days of fast motion. You're full, so we should take you to the diner. I was going to take this guy over ages ago, and we just lost track of time, and we were doing other stuff, so it wasn't as important. But because time's going so fast, because I fast forwarded it, and the main reason that I did put it in fast forward is so I can try and get the crops to be ready for harvest in time, and that's one of the things. You really got to time it. You really got to time it correctly. Otherwise, they won't be ready for harvest, and then you just have to plough them. Whoops. So there's another $10,000 for our harvest. So that should be pretty much all of our... Okay, you're there. Alright, so we'll have a look. We really need... When it becomes daylight, we'll move our... Probably have... We've got 4 harvesters. 2 for 28.29, 1 for 25 and 1 for 22 is probably how we'll do it. It is daylight again, so we can move. We'll start positioning our trailers, seeing as though there's no harvesting going on. So we've got one harvester over there already. These must nearly be ready to nearly ready to harvest. It's still growing. And that's still growing. So we've got one there that's ready. Well, you can go pipe in, because as soon as these fields are ready to go, I want to be going. That was not a wise decision, buddy. So we'll take you down to... So you're ready to go there. You can be ready to go here. And it is getting dark again. It gets dark really quick when you're running at 300%. But there is a method to my madness. What we can do, we can have a look around here while it's dark. So what I've got now, in this section, I've got all the planters. Now the planters can stay here for next time. And then what we can do, when the planters are out, we can get some flowers as well. We can get a couple of flowers after this harvest season, and we can plough again. We've got the truck washers that we mentioned in the previous episode. And then behind here is where we've got our harvesters. And then what we can also do, we've got enough room in our 2 harvester sheds to put the trailers that we've been using. So they're together. So they're together. So the stuff that we're using for the harvest are together. We'll keep the tractors in the tractor shed and the harvesters in there, but we have room for the trailers as well. So it's coming up to mid-autumn, so I don't want to lose We've moved the workshop from here because we weren't using it, and it was just in the way of where we were dumping our deliveries from the shop. So now that it's morning, so you're there, you're fine. So we'll put you in position. And as soon as I see that it's ready to harvest, you can get going from there. You're ready to go there. So you're basically ready to go here. So we can take this guy down to field 25. So for me, that corn looks like it's almost ready to go. Oh, and now it's raining. So we'll move out of the way for this car. So we won't be able to do anything with this corn today because it is raining. But you are now ready to... Oh, okay, we're ready to harvest here. Okay, so when the sun comes up... Oh, okay, beautiful, we can go. So when the sun comes up, we'll go back to real time, and then we'll get moving. And that will be awesome. So we've got the ones ready to go, 28, 29, 20, so 22, 25, 28, 29. We are ready to go. As soon as the sun rises, we'll change back to real time. And we'll get harvesting again. So far so good with the issues that I was having with the computer last episode. Just had to change some settings on OBS Studio, and hopefully those problems won't be back. So we'll just wait for the sun to rise. It never really seems to get super dark if you have a look into the sky. So wait till about 6 o'clock. We'll adjust it back to real time as soon as we can see. It's not really cheating, it's just accelerating. So the sun will be up. It's coming up now. 6:30. We'll go back to. We'll get out of there. Shift. Back to real time. Okay. Let's get harvesting. All right. Are you kidding me? We're ready to harvest. Let's go. What are you trying to tell me? It says it's ready to harvest, so let's go. Unless it's not dry enough. It's the only other thing I can think of. It says that it's ready to harvest. Let's try over here. We did have some rain. Okay, so we might have to... we might have to adjust our time back. Alright, so we're on 300% at the moment, or we were. We might have to wait another day because we did have rain yesterday. Maybe that's the issue. But it definitely says that we're ready to go. Alright, here we go. Must have been too wet. Alright, let's go back to real time. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And let's go. So because it was wet, because it was raining the previous day, the corn hadn't had time to dry up. So we're back into harvest mode again. So now we can watch some of the harvest. Our trailers are empty. Our trailers are standing by. So hopefully the one that we're watching will go to the left. So they can work on their sections independently now. It's like racing. So we're really watching some precision harvesting at the moment. So now we're watching some first person harvesting. Helper A has completed their task. So you're doing well there. Okay, you've finished. So what we can do, you don't have much to go. So what we can do, we should tidy this up because this is a fair chunk that has been missed. You're gonna come back for that little strand, are you? Or are you gonna say, oh, I'm finished there? No, I'm finished there. So what we'll do, you got 53%. So we'll get you started on here, because the other one's nearly got a full tank. That's there, that's alright. That's going well. Actually, we'll take over here. And then we'll drive to... We'll drive to where a truck is. Actually, we'll see if we can get sneaky. We'll see if we can do what we did on a previous episode, on a previous farm, and see if we can actually go to the diner and dump our load ourselves. Now, so we may be able to. Let's... Yes, we can. That's sneaky. But it's effective. So we'll put our pipe back in and we'll send this one, as the other two are nearly finished theirs. How are you doing? Yeah, you've almost finished. So we'll send you back to the shed. So your tank is empty. You can go back to the shed now. So I found the best way to go once you're in here is to go into first person mode and then go right up the back and do like a 3-point turn. As long as you are facing the front, do a 50-point, whoops, do a 50-point turn if you have to. Well, that's not good. We'll leave that one there for the moment. Alright, so what's going on now? Alright, you finished and you're close to the diner, so I'll let you go and empty your load. It's a bit cheeky, but it has the same effect, and you're not using a trailer, only because we're going to be driving it back to base now anyway. Alright, pipe back in. Alright, we'll just dump it in at the moment. We can reverse out later. Alright, you're finished. Yep, you're finished, so we'll do the same with you. See, the money's becoming less and less because of oversupply. Alright, so we'll drive you back. Alright, so we'll drive you back. You're done as well. Okay, so we'll drive you back. Need to go back a bit. There we go. pipe back in. This, I think, is our last one. Alright, one to go. And this one's still got some work to do, so... so we'll do a bit of first person driving down to the other end. I think it's field 25. And this one can stay down at field 25 until that's done. Yeah, a little bit further on. There we go. Hasn't got much work to do actually. So I'll go over here. So we'll empty this one. This should be our last little part of the harvest. So let's try and line it up. This little section won't take long to do. we've just got this little road to do now, and then our harvest is essentially finished. Alright, that's the harvest essentially finished. We will drive around to the trailer now. We'll unload and we'll drive the mustn't be close enough. There we go. That's better. Wasn't much in that at all. So we'll drive this back to the shed. So now we have done a complete cycle on our farms. So we're going to drive back to the shed. We don't really need to worry about driving over the farms because they're our farms for a start. Oops. So that's all of our harvesters in. So now we can just go here. Oops, hang on. We're not in far enough. Hang on. Oh no, not again. There we go, we're in now. So now we're in. We can close the door. Okay, so we can close the door there. So they're all in there. Alright, so you're here. So we need to unload you. So what we'll do now, is we'll just go back to the silo and we'll put the whoops, we turned in too early. See, we're not actually selling it here, we're just storing it. So I wonder, what can we do if we can fill this up here as an experiment. The selected silo is empty because we want corn. Okay, we've got lots of corn. So what we're going to do is we're going to load this up. Going to load the vehicle full of corn. Still going. We're on 99%. We're still going. Let's have a look outside. What's going on? Is it still... Now the interesting thing is you wouldn't tip it up like that to load it. Hang on. So what we should do, we should make sure that our tipper is down first. Then we start filling. Okay, that's better. So we're now filling. Okay, so we're now full. So what we can do, now I really need to construct the road back here. We can drive now to the diner. So we can drive to the diner. Yeah, I need to move you out of the way. So we'll move. So for the moment, we'll just put you there. You're empty, so we won't worry about you for the moment. You're the full one, so we need to unload you now. So that's $10,000 worth of harvest income. So what you can do that. So we'll drive our tractor back to base. So what I'm going to do here is just drive around. Detach the trailer. And then you can get ready for a wash. We'll do the same for this one. We'll put you there. Oh, I thought that everything was sorted, but it not. That wasn't as bad as some on the last episode though. Do a 50-point turn, we'll get out of here. Why are you running like a potato? Is it because we're not doing potato farming? I think we've only got one more tractor to get back. And then this cycle is done. La la la. Hope you are enjoying Farming Friday. What I will do on the next episode, we'll get back into it, and we'll see if we can learn from some of the lessons that we did this season. The main thing that I want to do is that I want to do better with the ploughing and the fertilizing. I want to do better there, and I also want the larger fields like field 22 to be all ready to go at the same time for harvest, because that turned out it was a bit messy. Was a bit messy in the end, unfortunately. It's mid-autumn at the moment, so all of our harvesting this time was done in good time, which is good. All of our harvest was done in good time. We didn't have, was only one paddock, I think it was field 18, where I'd planted something totally different, and then I'm, you know what, I don't even care about this at this point. But the rest of our paddocks we did get a lot out of. I was just hoping. So what we can do, we can start a little bit earlier with our ploughing and with our planting and that sort of thing. We're probably going to have to do some fertilizing this time around as well. So what I want to do, I want to get 3 tractors working on the one farm. So have them lined up. One starts ploughing, and then it gets, say, half ploughed, and then you can do the fertilizing or the slurry, and then you can have the other one ready to go after that with the planting. Now it decides that it wants to do it. So that's that. I think this is the last one. The last one to go in. Hang on, I'm going the wrong way here and I'm frozen again. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Also, what I'm going to do, I am going to take the animals